Okay, in today's session, we will be continuing the discussion on module 3. Okay, we have started module 3. We have discussed the introductory part of time response of feedback control systems. So time response means you're evaluating the performance, you're analyzing the performance of a designed control system with respect to the time. आपका system कैसे behave करेगा with respect to time. Actually, there are two types, right? I think in your signals and system, you're studying both the time domain analysis and frequency domain analysis. You do both. Time domain, I think convolution you do, and frequency domain you go for Z transform, Fourier transforms. So you have both options. We are now here in the control systems. We are studying about the time response. We have looked into two different types of responses there. In total, a complete response is a combination of transient response and the steady state response. Transient is which varies, okay, which takes some time from the initial state to go and be there at final state. So that time, what you call it delay, during that what output gets changed, that we call it transient response. Coming to the steady state response, this output will not change after attaining that position, that state, it will not change. So that is the combination of total response, which is the transient response and steady state response. Now coming to the standard test signals. I was talking about these standard test signals. First of all, we should know what is the requirement, why we should go for standard test signal. अगर आप एक system design करते हो, directly can we not go for any random, without any testing, directly implementation, okay, commercially? Is it possible? Obviously आपका design कितना well behaved है, how much efficient your design is, it should be tested before it goes into practice. For that, this testing is very much important. Okay, I have listed here, you can see प्रैक्टिकली जो भी सिग्नल्स हम कंट्रोल सिस्टम को देते हैं, द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू एक्सप्रेस दोज एक्चुअल इनपुट्स मैथमेटिकली, क्योंकि हम थोड़े सिग्नल्स को प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल आपका मिसाइल लॉन्चिंग है या फिर रेडार ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम है. टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ अ रेडार ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम, सो दैट आप जो प्लेन एनिमी प्लेन जाएगा उसको आप लोकेट करके, टारगेट को लोकेट करके you have to hit the missile. Okay, if this is the case, you cannot predict, okay, you cannot predict the speed, position of that target sometimes. So जो भी input आप control system को देंगे, sometimes in practice they are not they cannot be expressed mathematically by means of some equations. जैसे हम mathematics में algebraic equations लेते हैं. Say agar if I tell today the room temperature is 25 degrees, tomorrow the room temperature is 26 degrees, then day after tomorrow the temperature is 27 degrees. So there is a linear relationship here, 25, 26, 27, linearly आपका temperature increase हो रहा है. You can express this linear change in terms of some equation, right? Ramp signal आप दिखा सकते हो, ramp, there is a linear increase in the temperature. Likewise, some signals are there in practice for some systems. You cannot express them mathematically by means of simple equations. This is one thing. Secondly, जो भी आप इलेक्ट्रिकल आपके नेटवर्क्स हैं, कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम्स हैं, उनके इनपुट्स आप इन प्रैक्टिकल सिस्टम्स आप इनको you know about these inputs. You have done many experiments in your ED lab, in your AC labs. So you know how what input is to be given, what is the output, you get the output, you draw the curves, and you find the outputs. Okay, you analyze the system performance. But however, in practice it is not possible. आप input को predict नहीं कर सकते हो ahead of the time. You cannot predict, you cannot be the inputs cannot be known exactly what will be the values. You cannot, अगर एक plane जा रहा है, enemy plane, उसको वो target को अगर आपको locate करना है, at present time पे उसका location अलग रहेगा. After some time it may change, its speed may change, its position may change. So you cannot predict it. because of this, okay, so what are the characteristics of the actual signals जो systems को आप दे सकते हो practically when you design any system? Those characteristics are sudden shock, okay, sudden shock in the input, then sudden change, एकदम से change हो जाएगा, then constant velocity and constant acceleration. So these are the four important characteristics of actually existing signals जो आपको control system को देने हैं. So these are the four characteristics. So सिस्टम का आपको बिहेवियर स्टडी करना है परफॉर्मेंस के लिए. सिस्टम डायनामिक बिहेवियर, डायनामिक इन द सेंस वी आर लुकिंग इनटू द ट्रांजिएंट रेस्पॉन्स. ओके, सिस्टम डायनामिक बिहेवियर फॉर द एनालिसिस एंड द डिजाइन, it can be therefore judged and compared. How? By application of some standard test signals. अगर आप ये जो test signals हैं which I have listed below, those signals if you give as an input to your designed system, you can predict अगर input ऐसा है तो output क्या होगा. You can analyze the behavior of the system accordingly. Okay, and those four standard test signals are impulse, a step, constant velocity, that is nothing but the ramp, linear change, and the constant acceleration, that is parabolic. These four standard test signals are there that can be given to any control system to analyze, to know the behavior of the system, how your system output is changing, how the system is behaving. Okay, coming to these signals, I think you know out of these four, three signals you know already. Impulse signal you know already, you have studied this in your signals and system. Step signal and the ramp signal. So these three signals you already know. Another one is the parabolic input. Okay, let us see these one by one. First one, impulse signal. You know how it is denoted. The denotation is del of t. Okay, sometimes it is called what? Del function, right? So impulse signal, how you define impulse signal? A unit impulse signal, it is defined as, I'm using the word unit. Okay, unit impulse signal is defined as a signal which has a value 0. You know how it is defined, right? It has got a value 0 everywhere. So अगर आप एक signal draw करते हो, if you have horizontal axis time, vertical axis is your signal delta of t. How can you define impulse? It is a signal which has a value 0 everywhere. So at all time values, okay, maybe left side, maybe right side, all negative, positive, everywhere you don't get any amplitude. Everywhere answer is 0 except at t is equal to 0. So this is your t is equal to 0 point. Just a second. Suppose this is your signal, impulse signal. You know, horizontal axis is the time, vertical axis is the signal representation. So at a time t is equal to 0 means here. So according to the definition, how you define it? The signal has a value 0 everywhere. Okay, left side, right side, all time values, the amplitude is 0. Okay, everywhere except at t is equal to 0. So at t is equal to 0, you will get the amplitude. So now tell me, what will be the amplitude? What is the amplitude at t is equal to 0? I have defined here that it has a value. It has a value at t is equal to 0. Other than t equals to 0, no values. So you tell me, at time t equals to 0, what will be the value? Is right, actually. At a time t equals to 0, I am telling that there is a value, but I have never told you that the value is 1 here. Have I mentioned in the definition a signal which has a value 1? Okay, at time t equals to 0, signal ka value other than time t equals to 0 kuch nahi rahega. Only at t equals to 0 you will get some value. Some value. I have not told you the magnitude. Okay, here you can see where its magnitude is infinite. So you cannot define it at time t equals to 0. That's why you observe आपका impulse signal आप कैसे draw करते हो? How you draw the signal? you take this line, okay, you take this as delta of t, and horizontal axis is the time. At a time t equals to 0, let me take a different color. You take it like this and you give an arrow mark. This indicates it is going up infinite. So where its magnitude is infinity, okay. So don't assume that unit impulse signal hai to amplitude 1 hai because I'm using the word unit. No, it is not the case. There is some other reason why it is called a unit impulse. Okay, the reason is if you want to define it mathematically, ये तो definition पता चल गया आपको, and how to draw the impulse signal. Okay, this is how we draw the impulse signal. But if I want to express this in the form of an equation, mathematically अगर मुझे define करना है impulse signal, how I can define? Delta of t, that is the notation, is equal to 0 for t not equals to 0. Okay, अगर t is not equals to 0, it is this. But other than this, that is मैंने शायद definition आधा लिखा है, यहाँ पे continue होना चाहिए था. It should be at t is equal to 0. At time t equals to 0, ये जो मैंने impulse draw किया है यहाँ पे, this arrow mark, how you define this is integration of delta of t with respect to time is equal to 1. As this is 1, I'm calling this as unit impulse, remember. And whatever this LHS I have written, integration, how I define impulse signal mathematically by integrating this. And this integration indicates integral, you have studied probably in your mathematics PU first and second. It gives you the area under the curve. Okay, and since for an impulse signal area under the curve is 1, we call it a unit impulse. It is not because magnitude is 1, it is because area under the curve is 1. That's why we call it unit impulse. Remember this. If somebody asks you unit impulse signal ka amplitude kya hai, don't tell it is 1. It is not 1, it is infinite. Okay, so mathematically you can define it like this. Coming to some brief I have written about the impulse. Perfect impulse, जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे draw किया है, okay, in practice you cannot achieve it. It is not possible to achieve this impulse perfectly. Hence, usually how you can draw this approximate is like this. Okay, a near very small, you know, very much smaller area under the curve. So ये जो है rectangle pulse, very small amount. The area is very little so that you can approximate it to 1. ये जो मैंने draw किया है, again I think this is much bigger. It should be as small as possible. Okay, now coming to Laplace transforms, because I have told you if in a system you are applying the input and you are getting the output, I want to evaluate and analyze how your output is behaving. This is what the time response says. So whatever your input you are applying, impulse hai, step signal hai, ramp hai, any signal, they are all in the time domain. Okay, that's why you take delta of t here. Time is the variable, and output is also say c of t you will get. Okay, but in order for the ease, what you do, what are the steps to be followed? I have to first get the Laplace transform of this. Okay, and finally output ke liye I will apply inverse Laplace transforms. So both these Laplace transformation and inverse are important in order to analyze the time response, remember. So that's why let us see for each of these signals what are their Laplace values, Laplace transforms. So mathematically, impulse function, it is a derivative of step signal. I hope you know about this in your signals and system first module. You might have studied the relationship between impulse, step and ramp. Okay, there is a relationship. एक दूसरे का differentiation है तो एक integration है. That is the relationship between these three signals. So this is how I can define. If I want to apply integration on both sides, ये differentiation and integration cancel हो जाएगा. So integration of this over some limit will give you u of t. It is something like that. So there is a relationship that I have written. Now talking about their Laplace transforms. As I told you, it is important in order to get the time response, analysis of the system, we go for Laplace and inverse Laplace. Suppose unit impulse is delta of t. Its Laplace transform is given by 1. So Laplace transform of impulse is 1. Okay, and if I take this delta as the input, we know in module 1 and 2 we have seen input is represented by R of S, Laplace transform of the reference input, R of S. So if I take delta of this LHS, Laplace transform of delta of t as R of S, it is nothing but 1. So impulse response, impulse signal का Laplace transform 1 होगा. I have drawn the figure also. एक system है, input आपका delta of t है, this is the output. Input is your in frequency domain, it is R of S, output is C of S, controlled output. Then we know already how to get the transfer function, it is the output by input. Okay, which is nothing but अगर आप ये system लोगे तो this is one open loop system. I am not talking about closed loop, यहाँ पे feedback नहीं है. So open loop gain is G of S, right? G of S is output by input. So what is C of S? How I can get C of S? C of S is, you can see how I can get C of S. C of S is multiply R and G. Okay, so this is what input मैंने delta of t apply किया है. I have taken their Laplace transforms and I have got the output equation as C equals to G into R. But I want my answer to be in time domain because I am evaluating, I am analyzing the time response. That's why apply the inverse Laplace transform. So what is the inverse? You can see I have written here C of S is equal to only G of S. Why? Because R of S is equal to 1 for impulse. Okay, so that's why it is simply G of S. So if I apply inverse, what I get? C of S will become C of t. I want time domain value, and inverse of G of S is G of t. Okay, that's why this is also called, whatever just now I have shown you, this analysis is called impulse response. Okay, have you heard this word in your signals and system? Impulse response. I think after module, whatever I have discussed here just now about the impulse, if I apply impulse signal as the input, जो भी मुझे output आएगा, that is called impulse response. Okay, so similarly, what do you mean by unit step response? If my input applied is step signal, जो भी output मुझे आएगा, that is called unit step response. So it is something like that. This first word is indicating आपके system का input क्या है. Impulse response, step response means the output of the system because of those impulse or the step as the input signals. And even in signals you study about this because we want our systems to be tested. We want some standard signals to be given as the input to the system so that you can judge and design your system much better if you do this. Okay, this is about the impulse. Talking about the second signal, step signal, you know this already. It is denoted as U of t. In your control system terms, we call the step signal as a displacement input. Okay, please remember these alternative names, they are very important. The step signal, it is the signal whose value changes from one level to the another level. So generally step means what? You know how a staircase looks like. Okay, जब सीढ़ियां चढ़ते हो आप, something like this, right? So यहाँ नीचे से ऊपर जाते हो. So this is your step. So a step is what? You're changing from one level to the another level. And generally step signal में usually जो basic level रहता है that is 0. So 0 to some level you change. That is what is step signal. Talking about unit step signal, amplitude will be 1. So you have studied about unit step only. I have drawn the figure here how the step signal looks like. Okay, this is the step signal. Actually how it looks, let me take a different color and show you. This is your signal. Okay, minus infinity to infinity, 0, and I have taken it R of t. You can take here U of t. So where is the change here? Earlier the amplitude was 0 here, there is a sudden change, the transformation, the transition from this 0 level to A level. Okay, here generally I have taken A. In case of unit step, it is 1. A is equal to 1. So there is a transformation here. See, there is a step. 0 से A level को आप change हो रहे हो. So the signal whose value changes from one level to the another level A in 0 time. Within 0 time, this transition will occur. एकदम से एक step में हो जाएगा, सीधा है. It is not like this. ये आपका minus infinity से आप आ रहे हो. It is not like this. Okay, slowly it will take time. It is not like this. How it is? It is within 0 time, you are changing the state. You are changing it to another level. So within in 0 time, this change occurs. That is step signal. Mathematically, how you represent a step signal? R of t is equal to A into U of t. A is some general amplitude I have taken. For unit step, it is equal to 1. That's why I have written here, where U of t is equal to 1 or 0, depending upon t is whether positive or negative. Okay. Now coming to the Laplace transform analysis, because I have to apply these standard test signals to the system. सर जब आप सिस्टम को अप्लाई करते हो टाइम डोमेन, उसको आपको पहले फ्रीक्वेंसी में कन्वर्ट करना है, देन यू हैव टू अगेन कन्वर्ट इट बैक, Laplace and inverse Laplace. For that, if I apply the Laplace transform for this, what I will get? Laplace transform of R of t is Laplace transform of A into U of t. U of t का value तो 1 है, so it is A. When you go for this U of t, it is 1 by S. Okay, if you remember during your module 1 and 2, I have given you a table of Laplace transformations. You can verify with that. For the step signal, the Laplace transform is 1 by S. But here, as I have taken the amplitude A here, general amplitude, it will become A by S. So ये R of t जो है step signal, it is the input. In your control system, reference input is given as R of S. So R of S is A by S in the case of step signal. If it is unit step, make it A as 1. Now coming to the usefulness of this test signal. Why you are using this step signal as to test? This function is useful as a test signal because its initial instantaneous jump, ऐसे jump होगा ना वो, there is a change in the level. So this jump in the magnitude, this amplitude, it will reveal a great deal about system's quickness to the response to the inputs. How well, अगर आपके input जो apply कर रहे हो, एक practical system I'm talking, if in a practical system, आपका जो applied input है, it is very quickly changing within 0 time. अगर आपका input change हो रहा है like this, आपका designed system कितना अच्छे से response देगा, that measure you can have by applying step signal. That's why you take this as one of the standard test signal. Okay. Now coming to the third, that is ramp signal. So coming to the ramp signal, you know what is it? It is a small r of t. It is also called constant velocity input. Remember, here it was displacement input. Here it is constant velocity input. So what is a ramp signal? Just now I have given you one example of a temperature. Agar temperature day by day it is 25, 26, 27, 28 like that, you can represent that change mathematically in this form. So a ramp signal is which starts at a value 0. Okay, it will start from 0 and it increases linearly with time. So there is a linear relationship, one-on-one. You can see time जैसे change हो रहा है, आपका signal भी change होगा. So there is one-on-one relationship, linear change. Mathematically, how can you represent a ramp signal? It is R of t is equal to, in general, I have taken A. If it is unit ramp signal, this A will become 1. So A into t. So this is the ramp signal representation for positive values of the time. And it is 0 for negative values of the time. So this is how mathematically you represent a ramp signal. Now coming to the Laplace transformations. Apply the Laplace transform to this R of t. What you will get? Laplace transform of R of t is Laplace transform of A into t. A is a constant, you keep it amplitude. Laplace transform of t is 1 by s square. So अगर आपका ramp signal input है, reference input, so r of s will be a by s square. This is the Laplace transform of ramp signal. Now coming to the relationship, as I have told you in your signals, you might have studied about the relationship between impulse, step and ramp. So ramp signal is the integral of step signal. If you have u of t, you have ramp signal. If you take the integration of this, you will get ramp. Okay. Now coming to the usefulness. This signal, it has a ramp signal. It has an ability to test. आप जो भी system design करते हो, control system, to test how the system would respond to a signal which changes linearly with time. Okay, जैसे जैसे time proceed हो रहा है, अगर linearly आपका एक parameter change हो रहा है, for example radar tracking ही ले लो आप, if the target is moving with a constant speed, एक मोमेंट पे at time equals to say 1 second, अगर एक पोजीशन आप डिफाइन करते हो, at time t equals to 2 seconds, very linearly the position is changing, you can predict, you can know how the system will respond to such inputs. So this is a very good example for that. If you use a ramp signal, you can test आपका सिस्टम कैसे respond करता है अगर सिग्नल आपका linearly change हो रहा है. Okay, this is your ramp signal. Coming to the fourth one, that is parabolic signal. Probably this is a new term to you. You have not studied that. It is also called constant acceleration input. Okay, so we have studied displacement input, constant velocity, and constant acceleration. So how you can define a parabolic signal? The parabolic function, it is the signal that starts with a value 0. Okay, it starts with the value 0 and increases non-linearly. Earlier how it was? Ramp में linear variation था. This was a straight line. Okay, slope is 1. But here the increase is non-linear. So something like this. Okay, straight line नहीं आएगा. So this is a parabola, half parabola with time t greater than 0. So positive axis, time t equals to t is positive. So how you define parabolic function is this, and you can draw it like this. And mathematically, how can you express this parabolic function is r of t is equal to, okay, this is how you represent a parabolic signal, half at square. This is parabolic signal. This is only for positive times. Negative, you don't have, 0. Okay. Now coming to the Laplace frequency domain. Laplace transform of this. So apply the Laplace transform. It is equal to half Laplace transform of this, which is equal to a by 2 is constant. I have kept it as it is. Laplace transform of t square is 2 by s cube. So taking this, 2 gets cancelled. You will get a by s cube. Okay. That's why in bracket here, I have encircled. अगर आप parabolic signal को input देते हो as reference input r of s, it is given by a by s cube. Okay. And here in bracket I have written parabolic signal is the integral of ramp. How you can just get to know whether it is integral or differential is depending upon the answer. You can see this is your answer for parabola. अगर आप इसको integrate करते हो, what you will get? T cube by 3. Okay, so you just if you do this, a parabolic signal is the, oh sorry, it's not like this, it is for ramp I'm talking. So I have to here, if I integrate this, okay, integrate this, ये ramp signal है, ramp signal को आप integrate करोगे, what you will get? You will get here, it is t, right? T is what? T square by 2. यहाँ पे आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस, ओके, ये ऑलरेडी लैप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म है. टेक द सिग्नल. सिग्नल इज t. Integration of t is t square by 2. So t square by 2 you can find it here in parabolic. So there is a relationship. Similarly you can go for ramp. Ramp है, आप इसको इंटीग्रेट करो और लेट अस गो फॉर यूनिट स्टेप. यूनिट स्टेप में क्या होगा, एम्पलीट्यूड 1 है. ओके, व्हाट इज द इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ dt? इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ dt इज कांस्टेंट का क्या होगा, t है. सो t यू विल गेट इट इन द रैम्प सिग्नल. ओके, दिस इज हाउ यू टेक द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन दिस impulse, ramp, then step and the parabolic functions. As a note I have written here, okay, this may not be directly involved in the testing, but however it is one of the important function, that is sinusoidal input. Okay, harmonic excitation, what we call it. This is also one of the standard test signal. That's why better to take this, I thought. So I have drawn the figure here. This is how you represent a sinusoidal input. So this is a signal which is of very much importance in the study of dynamic behavior. Transient analysis के लिए it is very important. So how you define the sinusoidal input? It is the signal whose amplitude varies sinusoidally. You can see there is a variation in a sinusoidal manner. Mathematically it is given as r of t is equal to a into sine omega t. That is for positive values, and 0 for less negative times. And talking about the Laplace transformations, apply the Laplace transform. Laplace transform of r of t is Laplace transform of a into sine omega t. So you can refer the table for the Laplace transform for sine omega t. A is, I have written as it is omega by s square plus omega square. So this is how we take the Laplace transformation. So how I can take, अगर आपका input r of s reference input sinusoidal है, it is given by a into omega divided by s square plus omega square. I forgot this, so you can take this just like how I have drawn here. Okay, so these are some 4 standard test signals I have discussed: impulse, step, ramp and parabolic, together with, along with, as a note, sinusoidal input as well. Okay, these are the things which you might be knowing already, but still it is better to recall again and again so that you won't forget it. So after this we will be going for the time response of first order systems. Okay, first order systems we should be studying in the next session.